to
Yes.
Michigan. That's going to be fun.
Yes, I will no longer have to drive behind and not be able to do anything but take pictures while I'm driving. So
Hmm.
it'll be much. Hello, and welcome to the next episode of What Happened at the Campground This Week. We've been kind of remiss in our weekly videos. Apologize again, it just gets so busy here. And editing these videos is no small feat. Let me just say that, right? It's a lot.
Right.
So, anyway, we're here for another. Today is
3 weeks or so?
Yeah,
2 or 3 weeks?
3 weeks, almost
Yep.
3 weeks, and then we'll be headed out.
Headed out to Michigan.
Yes.
Towing our car for the first time.
We're going to be towing our new towed car that we got back in July. And it's 2,000 pounds. It's nice and lightweight. Chevy Cruze, so we'll be able to tow it behind. We got the tow bar, which,
Package already on there. We don't have to do anything.
yeah, it's a Blue Ox. The tow bar was the only thing we needed because the front of the car is already outfitted for towing. So,
Yep.
so that was good.
So it's nice and easy.
Yes.
So that, and then we will be, because Candace will be able to be inside with me or while we're driving. So now she can video and we can chronicle the entire trip from here to
Yes.
Michigan. That's going to be fun.
Yes, I will no longer have to drive behind and not be able to do anything but take pictures while I'm driving. So it'll be much better.
Yeah.
Much better.
So how far is that away?
It's like 2,000 miles.
It's longer than I thought. Well, it's about the same as going to New Hampshire.
Right. And we will be adding 4 more states onto our map.
Yep.
We'll be adding Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, and Michigan.
Yep. We're gonna just miss Colorado.
Yeah, we're going to just miss Colorado. We will be going through Texas just a little bit, but we've been all over Texas already.
All over Texas. So that's
so,
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be nice.
Let's see, what else happened? Oh, the theft.
So, because this campground really runs on the honor system, of course you make your reservations and you can pay that way, and that's using recreation.gov. But also the honor system is for self-paying for your site if you're first come first serve, and for your firewood. It's a self-pay honor system. You just place money in the box and you take your firewood.
Yes.
And it's
Some people don't have honor.
I don't think it's a good idea to keep that because we've had a lot of theft. People just steal. And the way we know that, of course, is counting the firewood, but also we got these trail cams that we were able to put up nearby where all of the pay stations are for the firewood. And you can just see people put in, a $10 bill or a $20 bill and take 6 bundles. These bundles are $9 each.
Yes. And we have to order it from Bakersfield because there's not a local supplier. So it's an all-day journey for him to get down here, then get up the mountain.
Yeah.
Then we have to unload something like 52 pallets of wood.
Yeah. Between the 2 campgrounds.
Yeah, between 2 campgrounds. So it's not easy,
Yeah.
And so the price is still competitive because you can go down the mountain and it's still $9, $8.99. Okay, big deal.
Right.
So people I don't think appreciate that part of it, the business part of it.
Yeah.
Because it is a beautiful camp. They'll go to one of the side camps El Prada in Horse Haven, and because the restrooms aren't kept as clean as this one, the shower we have clean shower houses. Our facilities are really clean. We
Yeah.
That's one of the selling points for coming out here. And so they come over here. They don't want to pay the $5 fee. They don't want to even use the 10. They just want to come over here, use the water, use the toilet paper, uh, take advantage of our showers, but they don't want to pay. So that's another thing that we're going to try to work out,
Yeah.
because it's really not fair to us, because those are just hard costs. The cost of toilet paper is it, you know,
The cost is the cost.
and then extra cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so the cost is the cost. And so that those are just little things, and people don't realize these prices are really low. $32 overnight
Hmm.
in a spot like this. Fresh water to drink. We have well water, so we've already talked about that. So it's, you know, it's limited facility wise, but it's a beautiful area, kept clean, plenty of hiking, biking trails. There's quite a bit to do for the outdoor
But
person.
also, what happened with the theft is they not only steal firewood
Oh,
on
yeah.
a regular basis, but they stole one of the trail cams. They
Yes.
found it. They found where it was, and we don't keep it out of the way because we have to go, you know, get the card, the SD card from it
Mhm.
to check the pictures and the video.
It's camouflage. You have to be looking for it. And so,
And they looked for it and they found it.
and I believe it was the hunter that we had to report. There was some illegal hunting going on, and so a deer was seen running through our camp with an arrow in his back. Okay, if you, I mean, I don't understand the hunter. First of all, you don't take a push shot.
Right.
If you don't have the kill shot, bow hunters, you know you don't take it. I'm not even a bow hunter, but I've been around bow hunters and I know enough to know that you don't take that shot. And so we have a wild deer running through the camp with
With
children,
an arrow, with children.
with an arrow in its
Yeah.
haunches.
Yeah.
So when I went back there and did some tracking with one of the guests, we found, or actually he found the blind, and so we just called in law enforcement. They came out and tagged it, and of course they have 3 days to get it out of here. And so I believe it was probably that person. They saw the tag because they were hunting there. I guess this was Sunday,
Yeah.
so they were hunting there Saturday night, because I found I mean, it's a fresh can with, still had the twisted tea in it, because they just left the trash back there.
Yeah.
And
But you can't hunt within a campground. Actually, you can't hunt. I think it's 450 feet away
50
from,
yards.
or 150 yards away from an occupied campground, campsite, trail, cabin, anywhere where there are people occupying. You cannot hunt there. So for them to be right back here between a campsite and a trail, it's a wooded area, but it's still too close to people.
Yeah. And the trail is right down.
Yeah, I was right nearby.
mean, But if nobody checks it, nobody checks it. So we happened to find it, and I think they probably got a little pissed off when they came to
But
hunt.
if you're hunting, you have a hunting license or permit, whatever, you know the rules.
They know the rules.
Read the rules.
Yes.
You know, this is a campground. Yeah, it's the forest, but it's
Yeah,
occupied by people.
And I'm sorry, I don't care that much. I don't mind people hunting.
Yeah.
That's great. That's your thing. But when you endanger me, my family, or anyone else,
That's a
screw you.
no-go.
I'm not gonna. That's what upset me most.
Yeah.
The deer, from what I heard, it wasn't bleeding profusely. It was a little bit of blood at first, and so the guy, he saw it around 6:30. The other people saw it at 8, and some people saw it at 10. So what I don't think we did say was that there's some baby deer up at the top as well, because you can see, I took pictures of the hoof prints. So it's like a little nursery where they go. And I think that the buck was going back up there to check. I don't know if they do that, but he stayed around the area a lot longer than normal. And so when we up, the tracks are all fresh. And so I think perhaps it was taking it away. I don't know,
Yeah.
taking them away or leading them away. But those are kind of things that happen here, and that's kind of sad.
It's very sad. It's sad that we did have children see the buck with the arrow in its back. So
Yeah,
just be careful. You don't want little kids
yeah,
seeing
just
that
be
kind of
careful.
stuff.
So I'm trying to think. That's it, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was kind of the downer part. Um, then the good news is the turkeys.
The turkeys. So the turkeys are all growing up very nicely. One of the mothers still has her 4 out of 5 chicks, and they're just as big as her. Like I said, those chicks must be female. The male got kicked out. We saw him by himself.
Yeah.
So that whole litter lived. They
Mhm.
survived. And then the other one, did
Yes.
she have 2?
She had 3,
She had 3. Now she only has 2.
and it might be the same situation
It might be.
with the male.
But they are a little younger
Yeah,
than the other
about
one.
2 weeks or so,
Yeah, yeah.
and we haven't seen them in a while.
But they're flying.
They are
They
flying.
can fly.
Yeah,
So they
Yeah.
see us now and then they fly into the tree. So I
Yeah.
will post video of that because it's just so wonderful to see the progression from mating season to chicks to watching the chicks grow up. It's been amazing.
and it was so fast.
It was very fast. Like within, let's see, they were born in early June, late May.
Yeah, late May, early June.
By August, they were almost fully grown already.
Yep.
So it doesn't
That's
take
great.
any time.
hmm
No time.
Okay. Yeah, there was a report of a bald eagle. We think we saw it. A golden eagle, excuse me, not bald. We think we saw it down here at the meadow when
Yeah.
people had their little dogs out. Okay, the rules of the camp are the rules of the camp. If you have dogs, all dogs must be on leashes at all times. I know you love your pet, but we have 3 hawks, an owl, and that brown golden eagle, brown eagle, vultures,
Yeah, we have all kinds.
coyotes.
If you have a little toy dogs, please keep them on a leash. Keep
Yeah.
them. Bring a kennel for them. Keep them in your RV or your tent or somewhere where
Don't
those,
let them run around. That's
because
the main
those
thing.
birds will swoop down before you know it and take them.
And I believe that's what that eagle, because the eagle hasn't come this close to the
Yeah.
camp,
Yeah.
but I know there were about 3 dogs that were really tiny, and they would keep letting them go off the leash and run down by maybe a good 30, 40 feet away.
Hmm.
And so now it's out in the pasture. It's not around people. Those
Yeah.
animals are smart.
Well, and also, you can take your pets off leash when
On the
you're on
trail.
the trails. But if you have a really tiny dog, you don't want to do
You
that.
don't want to do it. Keep them on leash.
No. Keep
That's
them on
just for your safety. I just hate for something like that to happen.
Yeah, please. No.
The meteor shower and the supermoon.
Yes.
The meteor shower this August was just spectacular.
It was amazing. I wish, our little cameras just can't
Can't pick it up.
capture that. You just have to be here. And being in this place, this is a dark sky community. So there aren't any lights anywhere. And we
Exactly.
just walked out and you could just see them.
I mean,
It was just like, it was beautiful.
It was amazing.
So if you ever have the chance to view that for yourself, go somewhere in a dark sky community where you'll be able to see
Yes.
it, and
It's worth it.
spectacular.
It's worth it.
And the supermoon, now the next supermoon will not be until 2037. So this was the last chance to see it for another 14 years.
It was bright. It was bright.
We got some great pictures of it.
4 o'clock in the morning, 3:30 in the morning. It was like walking. It was like walking in twilight. I could see everything. I didn't need the
Yeah.
flashlight, but I'm a chicken, and it's dark, and I know those cougars are watching.
I also got to capture, because I like going on my walks. I got to capture the moon setting and the sun rising at the same time. I wish my camera could get them both, But you know, I look at one and then look at the other. But it was happening all at the same time. It was just gorgeous.
Just gorgeous. Man, this has been one of the most spectacular places that we've been to.
Yeah. No, I mean that we've actually really spent a lot of time here. You know.
Yeah. So we look forward to coming back.
Fort Davis Mountains in Texas
Yes.
is another dark sky community. So if you want to do some stargazing, that would be a great place.
We stopped in Wilcox, Arizona, and
Yes.
they have. It's not a dark sky community in Wilcox, but I know they have. What do you call those?
What's that?
Where they watch the stars.
Oh, they have a telescope observatory nearby. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
It was neat. It was neat. McDonald Observatory in Mount Davis.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of the one in Wilcox.
I don't remember that.
So, but it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat to get to see.
So next news is, look behind us. I know y'all been looking behind you going, what is that behind them? We got a tent. A big glamping tent. A bell tent is what they call it. And it's like a mini yurt or a yurt.
It's a yurt.
It's a yurt. It's 15 feet in diameter, circular, and it'll fit 2 queen size air mattresses in there and still have space.
Yes.
Still have room for you.
You want a little chair and a table.
Yeah.
Of course, light.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. I can stand up. Total just stand up.
Yeah.
Bend down to get in, stand up. And what we found out also today was we can take off the bottom part or roll up the bottom part and have just totally open, nothing but the
It'll
covering.
look like a floating tent.
Yeah.
Because it'll still be, you know, have the
staked
staked down, but the bottom will be out. It looked really neat. I was like, oh, we got to do that too.
You're going to have to try it.
So.
You're going to have to try it.
So since our other tent is gone, whatever, we had the kids here for Labor Day, and we had to have somewhere else for them to stay because, you know, we only have 2 beds in the motorhome. So, but it was perfect. Yeah. Put the air mattress in there and another little foam pad, and they were just great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so that's pretty much
That's pretty much it. We'll be out of here at the end of this month and on to more adventures.
Yeah, we'll see what it's like.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what happened at the campground this week.